said, can we get It's your girl, La 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 Toya, and welcome back to the show, Tell the Truth. And we have special guest,
Ranika, aka Phantom.
Tamara, aka Sensei.
Yeah, so welcome you guys. Thank you for coming on to the show.
Thank you.
So just a little bit about your history. Like, how did you guys get started in the music industry?
I started writing poetry really in the 3rd grade and started writing music in like 4th, 5th grade. I started out singing. I love singing. I was a part of like 3 different chorus programs. And yeah, that's pretty much how I started.
Okay, can we get like a little hook or something?
Ooh, y'all have to wait on that. Wait for the album, it's coming.
Okay. Gotcha. And what about you, Tim?
Well, I started writing music probably just in like 2013. She's been the one that's been writing music the whole time. She's been writing music as long as we've been friends. And I just started getting interested in production recently.
Okay, cool.
I have chromesthesia, so it's synesthesia. It's a form where every color in my head, every sound I hear has a color in my head. It like automatically associates. It's a neurological thing, and that's what made me want to get into producing music. So Pharrell has it. I think Kanye has it.
So that's interesting. So that's a special gift, in other words. Okay, yes, awesome. That's cool. Well, I know we were talking a little bit outside about what we wanted to talk about today, and definitely we wanted to talk about Breonna Taylor, as well as the social injustice that just happened a few days ago regarding the officers being convicted of her murder. So how do you guys feel about that?
I first feel that the misdirection in how they presented the charges is a little messed up. There were no charges filed for Breonna Taylor. That's not clear to a lot of people. But the charges that were filed were in defense of the neighbors surrounding her apartment and how they could have been injured by the shots fired into her home. So not about the fact that she was murdered by the shots fired into her home or that her boyfriend was arrested for firing shots back, but and rather the charges that were filed were in defense of the neighbors around her. So I still don't feel like Breonna Taylor has gotten justice.
No, not at all. None of us feel that way for that matter. And hopefully we can come up with some type of solution, but unfortunately as Black people of this nation, we have seen this so many times where one of us is murdered.
Pause for a second.
Okay.
Your mic is really, really coming in fuzzy. You're fine.
Oh,
You have your mic.
It's down here. Should I move it? I can move it.
Okay, I mean the actual.
No, the actual mic.
Oh, it's right here.
That might be the problem. Yeah. Where's the clip for it?
Oh, wait, it's right here.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know how this went. That was like an earphone.
Okay.
That's
Okay, no,
See, I'm an amateur.
no, that's okay. Then you good.
Let me.
Yes, this will help.
Brown. So there. And then they can't see our smiles underneath the mask because look like we mugging the whole time.
It's so serious.
I know,
Like, see? We should have got the one with the sequin.
I know, for real. I'm with a smile on it, the Joker smile.
There we go.
I mean, we stay laughing.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm an amateur. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Tell the Truth. And what do you say? I I didn't hear what he said.
Oh, he said you leading us into another conversation.
Okay, yes. We could talk about the school stuff.
To help with the editing, since we have a break, we're coming back on your shot.
Okay.
You can ask another question because we stopped basically at the end of one.
Okay, awesome. Let's do it. You can't even see my eyes. I got my hat on, the mask. Thank you. Incognito today. We on? Awesome. Well, welcome back to our show, Tell the Truth. And we were talking about a few various topics today. One topic we really want to talk about would be remote learning and how it's affecting you guys' life. I don't know if you guys even have children. You look way too young to have kids. I have a ton of them at home, okay, and nieces and nephews, so it's crazy. But like, what's like your perspective on like remote learning? Like, what do you guys feel like are the good things about it, and what do you guys feel like are the bad things about it?
I feel like, so I have like a lot of different cousins and stuff, and they don't concentrate as much. They feel like they can do whatever.
Sound like my house.
Right. It's just like, just concentrate, do what you have to do, because you wouldn't be doing this if you were actually in the classroom. Like, chill out, you know? But we as cousins, parents, friends, and everything, it's just like, we can't watch them 24/7. So it's like, you need to be doing what you need to be doing, regardless of who's around, who's not around. But it's hard for them to concentrate looking at a screen all day.
Right, because the attention span of a 10-year-old is like this.
Right.
I mean, give them a few good hours, they probably do all right. But you know, 8 hours is just not realistic. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah. And I mean, what do you think, Tam, about it?
I am currently watching my 10-year-old cousin every day as my cousin works, and so I can tell that a 10-year-old is not interested in this. And he's very intelligent. He can pay attention to what he wants to pay attention to, but this isn't a very good balance. And they are sending children back to school right now, but his mom will not send him back to school because people keep having COVID cases the first week.
Which is understanding. It's very understanding because it's scary. I mean, we are losing people to COVID.
Yeah.
Perfectly healthy people for that matter. And I feel like it's a disease they don't quite understand yet. So I don't feel like it's safe to go to school yet because, I mean, and need to say the vaccines are a whole nother monster in itself. Like, they don't even have those fully tested. So it's like, I mean, you have to make a decision whether you're going to make the sacrifice and send your kids to school and endanger their lives, or you're going to kind of stick with the homeschooling and kind of just deal with what comes with it. I mean, there was no guide for how we could deal with this prior, you know, and I partially blame the presidency simply because he didn't use his leadership skills to make sure we had a plan in place and to even prevent the coronavirus from attacking the United States the way that it did.
Certainly. I actually feel like it's even more so the opposite, that not only did it not have a plan, they're using it to their advantage right now. Like right now, I feel like our country is prolonging COVID a little bit by not, just through negligence, just by not taking the necessary actions when we need to. We're making the situation longer. I think after the election, we'll probably see some differences.
Hopefully so. I'm here for it. Right. So, yes. And if you guys have any other questions, you can email us at tellthetruth@gmail.com. Also, another thing with the remote learning is that I don't think the teachers are really satisfied with how the remote learning is going. It's very difficult to keep about 26 students on task. That's normally what you have in a classroom. And I've even, in my house, I mean, it's my son, like I was telling you guys earlier, my son was playing with the dogs. He was playing with the video game. Like, he's doing all these things he's not supposed to do. And of course he knows better. And I had to get back on him, but it was still like, you know, his interaction would be different if he was in a classroom setting versus where he's at home and, you know, is limited monitoring, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, I'm free, I can do whatever I want, you know? Teacher can't do anything to me because she's on a computer screen and mom's at work, you know what I mean? So kids tend to take advantage of those things too, I think. But hopefully we shall all get through this as parents, uncles, aunts, you know what I'm saying? And get these kids back on the right track, because I do feel like education is important.
Definitely.
And, you know, like I said, they might even get it to a point where if I do have to stop working and just kind of, you know, make my schedule to where I'm able to help my kids get through their education, then I might just have to make that sacrifice, you know.
But that should be like paid time off or something. You know, with their jobs, they should be able to like work with the parents.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that parents are. It's unfortunate that parents are being forced to make those kinds of tough decisions right now, and then the children are being as flexible as they can, but. For children that are like younger than 10, I can only imagine how hard this is for them. Some of the, like, imagine having to just learn how to read on a tablet.
It's not the same, you know. And
Yeah.
we had the privilege of having that, and it's kind of just crazy how the things you take for granted are like now once of a thing of the past. Like, I honestly don't know if it'll ever go back to being normal and being without that. You know what I mean?
I don't think it will. For better or for worse in some ways.
It's like a mini call center at that point.
In some ways, I feel like it's better because we found that there's a lot of things that we just don't have to do. Like, we don't have to waste emissions and waste a lot of time and energy driving to certain places if we don't need to. But on the other hand, things like virtual learning make it so it's not as easy as just a full transition for everyone. For my job, I've been transitioned completely for working from home. My job's probably going to stay that way.
Well, that's good.
Definitely.
So, do you find it easier to stay on task when you were at work, or do you like working from home better?
I don't find it easy to stay on task. Luckily, I have a job where like I can like
It's a little bit of flexibility.
Yeah, it's a little
there.
flexibility. I can chill a little bit, but I understand why the kids are having trouble because I'm having trouble too. The first month or two was a hard transition for me.
Yeah.
Because you feel so relaxed at home and you just feel like, you know.
Like I could go take a nap right now if I really wanted to.
Exactly. Like, clock
And
out
then
like
Exactly.
Exactly. Like that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so moving right along, we're gonna go to the next subject. James Scurlock, rest in peace, James Scurlock. I know a few of his family members. Tell me how this event has touched you guys, like the tragedy. How has it affected you guys? And then not only that, what are your opinions and beliefs about the new situation where they were bringing it to the, I believe, grand jury?
Yeah.
Was it the grand jury? To come up with an indictment for his killer, and he committed suicide. So just tell me your thoughts and feelings about that.
First of all, I need to see a body. I need to see proof.
I think we all want that.
You know what I mean? Like,
And we need to test the body to make sure it's actual body.
Exactly.
And not wax or a
Exactly.
dummy body.
for real. Because what? That's so. Yeah, just go ahead.
This is the first time I've ever thought it was plausible. Like, I joke about the Tupac thing, but this is the first time I've ever thought it was plausible that someone faked their death. And the only reason why that sounds like it isn't too far off is just because the police have been helping him the whole time. But I do think he did kill himself. And if he did, it was because he knew that the city of Omaha was going to vilify him as a martyr, and they've done that. So it's a little frustrating that James is not being humanized in this situation, but Jake is, and that's frustrating. Yes, 2 people lost their lives, but 2 people didn't have to lose their lives that night.
Right.
Jake could have stayed home, and a lot of people are saying James could have stayed home, but the reality is James wasn't the only protester, and I was down there protesting. We had valid reasons to be out there protesting. I didn't go downtown only because the city of Omaha, for about 3 days, had been blocking off protests on Dodge. The protests would start off completely peaceful in the same place that the veterans protests would occur a lot of the time. You asked me if you've ever seen the police pull up to the veterans protesting on 72nd.
Definitely not.
But
Not at all.
yeah, but when I was there, it started off where there were no police, and then they started blocking off the street down by Olive Garden, slowly, far away, so we could almost not see them. And mind you, no one was in the street. We were all on the corner. And then they started blocking off over by gamers, over by scooters. Then they blocked off up by UNO. And then they blocked off the other side by Petco. So they blocked us in. So if we wanted to leave like I have a live video on my Facebook where I'm saying they're blocking us in, looking around, and other people are noticing this, and they're starting to pull out tear gas down by Olive Garden. If we wanted to leave at that point, the city of Omaha made it unsafe. The city of Omaha has been determined to call that situation a riot, but I was down there. It was a peaceful protest. James wasn't at a riot. The city of Omaha has never had a riot. But Omaha has been determined to change the narrative about this situation, and Jake has been at the catalyst of that, and it's just frustrating, man. I just feel like the people are being gaslit. I feel like Jake killing himself is because he knew what the ramifications of that situation would be.
And it's still no real justice at that point.
Yeah, I also heard that Omaha Police Department attended Jake's funeral.
What?
I heard that this
Her
morning.
funeral that quick?
I don't know if or his memorial, something like that. I don't know how true. I don't know, but I heard something like that. So
That's crazy.
Interesting. Well, we live in a crazy, crazy world.
Definitely.
Yes. So, shout out to the James Skurlock family, and then our prayers and our love are definitely with you guys in this time.
we remember you, James, and we remember what you were fighting for.
Definitely.
Yes. So, and it's just like, it's so sad because, you've heard all these stories for so long, like even before our time, with the Emmett Tills, and young black men being killed through racist actions and violence, So it's like, I feel like this. At this point, we have to be the change that we wish to see. We can complain, we can protest, and everything, but it's not until we actually start doing something to make a positive impact. I feel like when you change the way people think, then that's when actions will change.
Certainly, I think it starts with love. I think we can't hate them back. It has to start with loving everybody. It has to start with showing that I am not your enemy. Like, we're not each other's enemy out here. It's really an issue of classism and not race when we get through. But
Hello.
Hello.
Classism and not racism. That's what it's really about.
Yeah, but I think it starts with love and understanding the humanity of everybody, not just trying to look to the humanity of one person in certain situations. It's a little frustrating that, like, Jake is being humanized for trying to defend property, but James is not being humanized for trying to defend human life. He got shot trying to defend somebody else, trying to get in front of a bullet from somebody else getting shot, as far as I recall. So you can defend property. You can defend property, but you can't defend human life in a certain way, and that's why we have to say Black Lives Matter.
And Black lives do matter.
And we shouldn't have to say it. So.
Period.
Yes. Well, tell me what positive things have you guys been doing in the community? Like, what are your hopes for the future in the midst of all this chaos?
Well, I'm starting different programs. I'm starting one with my producer. Shout out Gerald.
Okay.
We're starting a little thing with music and trying to bring the art form out of the youth.
Okay.
Starting a business with my best friend since third grade, Tamir.
Yay.
Starting starting two different programs. I'm trying to work on becoming a producer myself. I'm an artist. I sing, rap, write music and everything. But we're trying to formulate a studio that's comfortable, because I know a lot of males have studios and whatnot, but it's different when females got it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's like those egg crates on the wall. You got a little mic over here.
Exactly.
A couple brews in the back.
Exactly, so we do it different. We also started our business with, breakfast and mimosas.
Nice.
Yeah, we're starting that. Another program I'm doing with my mom, I don't really talk about it a lot, but she was diagnosed with schizophrenia, depression, and bipolar.
Okay,
So,
sorry.
yeah. Sorry.
It's okay, sweetheart.
Yeah, we're starting a program together because our program recently shut down due to COVID and expenses. So we're starting a business for mentally ill patients. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, where I'm gonna start at, but we're gonna figure something out.
Her mother was having a group where it was essentially like a support group.
Wow.
Where people who had depression, anxiety, and any kind of mental illness could come and share, and it kind of like any other support group. And that program just fizzled out due to COVID. So she was hoping to try to reinstate that.
Yeah. Thank you.
I care about that too, because my mom like suffered from depression up until she passed away. God rest her soul. In 2008. Thank you. So she suffered. Anybody trying to do anything for mental health. I also think saving Black people starts with saving our mental health.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm glad that you brought that up. That's what you guys are trying to do, because I feel like in the Black community, mental health and mental illness it's been swept up under the rug.
Yes.
Certainly.
They don't take it serious.
Yeah.
We're not even taught to understand that therapy can help us. I think we are taught to be strong in a different kind of way.
Or don't let anyone know that you're going through these things, because people want to say you're crazy. You know, the minute they find out you're seeing like a shrink, or you're taking any type of pills to help with like anxiety or depression.
We don't want our humanity to be reduced to our mental illness.
Yes.
Like you're not crazy. If you're going through anything, if you have PTSD, if you have trauma, you're not crazy. Even if you have schizophrenia, you're not crazy. Crazy is a label. You need support. You need care.
Absolutely.
You need assistance. You are still a human being. You're not crazy.
Exactly.
I think crazy people are the sociopaths that go out shooting people in the street, trying to defend buildings they don't own. There's a time and place for the word crazy, and it's not people who are mentally ill who need care and support.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And we have to talk about those things. Like, it has to be spoken about.
Certainly.
Like, let it out.
Exactly. It starts with acknowledging that it's a problem and acknowledging that we can do something about it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I'm with you guys on that. Well, I see you guys have definitely a bright future ahead, and I see you guys making moves, and definitely we have a need in the African American community for any type of mental health programs, or just the acknowledgement, and hopefully it'll make people feel more comfortable to say, hey, I might have a problem and I might need to go see a professional.
Exactly.
And, or I might need to check into this support system. There might be other people who are going through the same thing, that. And I find that too, when people can find something that's easily relatable, they feel a little bit more comfortable.
Certainly. Or even finding new ways of expression. I think us helping do a studio in a way will be cathartic in its own way. We are doing a music studio. I eventually would like to do an art studio.
Nice.
I did for youth as well, because I don't feel like a lot of children are encouraged that art is a path that they can make money off of, and it's 2020. That is the path now. And I think expressing yourself through creativity is cathartic. So I think both of us, like with both of our efforts, can lead into helping people with their mental health by whether it's through talking about it, like in a support group, or whether it's through expressing yourself through music, through art, through whatever.
Exactly.
Creatively.
Because those all tie in together.
Exactly.
So, yes.
Very important. Because, like, I don't know, you don't want, like, kids growing up thinking, like, you have to be an NBA player or NFL player, or you have to be a doctor to
understand or step one model and become successful.
Exactly.
There's like 5 paths that kids are taught to go down.
Exactly.
I see it every day.
Right. Like, it's okay to be a chef. It's okay to own your own business. It's okay to sell bundles, do nails.
Right.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Things to do. Invent a vaccine that actually works.
Exactly.
To keep us safe. Let's throw that out there.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. You can be a color and be a president. It's okay. You can do whatever your mindset it is. You can do it.
Shout out to Barack Obama,
Yes.
for holding it down in the White House for them 8 years we had him. Michelle Obama, yes, we do.
Yeah. He's still my president.
Yes. Right. Some things never change. Yes, okay. Well, moving right along, what are your social medias pages? How can the fans get in contact with you guys and like network or just connect or get a chance to like listen to you guys' music?
My name is Ranika Hall on Facebook. That's RODNIEKA and my Instagram is Nika Phantom, Nika _ Phantom. So NIEKA_PHANTOM. And you can follow me on Snapchat. That's Nika Phantom too. So yeah.
I'm gonna follow you on Snapchat. I'm about to look you up right now. Yes, come on, Tim. How can we find you?
My Twitter, my Snapchat, and my Instagram are all at Smoke Sensei. So So you
Let's pull
can,
it up.
Dope names. Okay, so like your names are very intriguing. Like every name you have shout out to me is like just a dope name. Like for real.
I dubbed the sensei. It's with a $sign tatted on my hand. I dubbed that because I've always been like the smart friend.
Okay, we all need one of them. We all need a smart friend. Okay?
You're the creative friend.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Smart, creative.
And you're the organized friend.
You're right. You definitely
I am not
right about
organized.
that.
I'm just smart. Yes. And you smart too. You the smart friend.
Just a little bit.
Well, can we get like a sample, Miss Renika, of your music? Anything that you wrote? Or anything? You could do a little sample.
You want to do a little freestyle?
Yeah, a freestyle. No, everybody don't all stand up at once and start singing. I can give y'all a beat.
I am very, very new. So
You're gonna have to wait to my album. You're gonna have to wait to my video. You're gonna have to wait on all of that.
She said you can't put her on the spec.
At all. Not yet.
Okay. Well, you got it from her, folks. We're going to have to wait till the album. So that means, are you going to have it on iTunes?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have it on all platforms.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't got an iPhone just yet. I'm trying to figure out which one I want. When I get that, I got charges later.
But follow the Insta, all her information.
Follow all of that. I got y'all.
Facebook and Insta.
Yes.
I'm at Smoke Sensei. My art information's, I'm not gonna spell out my art page because that's a long word. So it's Synesthetic Sensei, but I don't feel like spelling out Synesthetic. Just look it up. And at Smoke Sensei is my page on there. That's my Twitter, my Insta, my Snapchat. So.
Okay.
I need some more paintings from you too, cause.
Oh yeah, I paint, but.
I'm going to have to hook you up with some connections because I have a girlfriend who has an art studio. And she always showcases like little like shows where you can come and bring your artwork and you can sell it, make some money.
Hey, link me in.
Yes, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Now, who are, and this is your own personal opinion, but who are the community advocates in North Omaha that you guys look up to and you feel like are really making a huge impact on the Omaha community?
Terrell McKinney.
Terrell McKinney. Okay, and why?
Terrell McKinney is a young black man that is running for legislature. Vote. I've been helping a little bit out on his campaign, just helping a little bit.
Okay, that's cool.
But yeah, I believe that he has the same vision for North Omaha that I have, and then I think a lot of us should have that. He wants to see North Omaha grow and not be gentrified and not be bogged down by the politics of all the surrounding areas. So, yep.
Okay.
And you, 2 minutes.
Anyone you look up to, Miss Renika?
Ooh, you honestly.
Oh, now that just made my heart
Preach
go,
it.
girl.
Like for real, cause this is like different. Like it's usually like always male and packed like everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never really see a female like step up to like anything. I mean, Miss VA and Angela
Miss
Valentine.
VA, she's one of
Yeah,
my
she-
good friends.
Yeah, she's
Yes,
dope
she
and
is.
shady. You know, like those are the 3 females I look up to. But like you two, like this is y'all like different on
thank
different levels of
you.
platforms and stuff. Like I really look up to y'all. Y'all inspire me for real. Like,
Oh, thank you.
I
Well, you
love it.
inspire us as well.
Thank you.
It feels good when you see the new generation just out there trying to make things happen, and you guys have so many goals and so many positive things that you want to do for the community. And we need you. Like, our future and our grandkids and kids' future lies in you guys' hands. So we are counting on you to help change this world. And I just want to say thank you for coming on the show.
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, my pleasure. And next time, I hope to have you guys again.
Oh,
absolutely.
definitely. We
I
coming
hope this
back.
won't be
Look,
the last
tomorrow.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Yes, and I look forward to seeing what you guys are going to do in the future, okay?
Certainly.
Awesome. Well, it was a good one, you guys. Thanks for joining us, Omaha. And you're on Tell the Truth. And if you have any questions, any answers that you want to give us, well, comments or responses to the show, you can email us at tellthetruth@gmail.com. It's a wrap.